Bad Robot out, but Henry Cavill in? Well, let's take a look. Here we are. Cosmic Book knows what the headline. Henry Cavill could return as Superman as J.J. Abrams' WB deal gets reevaluated. Yeah, it's been a while since they signed that deal with J.J. Abrams, and what's he got to show for it? Now, I know there were lockdowns and everything, but come on, lots of other people got some stuff off the ground. I thought he was the genius, you know? Yeah. Well, looks like Zaslav is not all that impressed with JJ at the moment. And JJ had, and McCloyne goes on in the details here, rehashing the story about Ann Sarnoff, was that was JJ's gal, or rather his wife's gal, for him to set up shop there and have his choice over the different properties that Warner Brothers had. And now there was a couple that was, I guess, going to be original somewhat for him. But the DC properties is what everybody was concerned about. And he had his choice, and he wanted to take on Superman. And so that meant any other ideas, probably that, what was it, Macquarie's idea and stuff like that, got tossed aside, because that's JJ's baby now. And what did he come up with? Well, he hired racist Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a Superman project, and everyone thought it was supposed to be a black Superman. The latest was that it wasn't. Might have even been Henry Cavill, but that it was going to be a Superman set in the Golden Age era, as he originally was, which was kind of interesting to tell you the truth, but it's Bad Robot, so, you know. Well, anyway, like you said, Sarnoff is gone, and here comes David Zaslav, and hey, what's the deal? Now, yeah, here's the deal with Bad Robot cost them $500 million. That's what I had heard all along. Now they're saying no, it was like $250 million. Still a lot of money though, with nothing to show for it. Not really. A bunch of pitches for Justice League Dark and stuff like that sound god awful. So yeah, whatever. So anyway, J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot face scrutiny by Warner Brothers Discovery. The info comes as a result of it learned J.J. Abrams' sci-fi series Demi-Monde, has hit a major roadblock at HBO, according to Deadline, as major budget issues are threatening to derail the project, which is reportedly costing more than $200 million to make. Yeah, I seem to recall someone that Zaslav is wanting to rein in costs quite a bit. That apparently, like HBO projects, couldn't go beyond $30 million. So I think this thing's in a lot of trouble if that's the case. But maybe it's somewhere in between. So it said Warner Brothers Television and HBO have been trying to rein in the costs. Yeah, but that Abrams Bad Robot production company would not agree to a reduction below that. Well, who's in charge here, Bad Robot? You were hired to produce things. They're the ones with the money to spend on it, and if that's what it costs, then they're going to say, no thank you. Deadline further reports that in addition to the current talks between WB and Abrams about Demi-Monde, that we hear a broader discussion about Bad Robot's deal is expected amid a big, across-the-board, close examination of Warner Media's businesses by Warner Brothers Discovery CEO. It is mentioned that Zaslav has a good relationship with Abrams and is said to be in regular communication with Abrams, where it is also said that Zaslav and his team are committed to staying in the J.J. Abrams business. Oh, boy, that's terrible. Must be a really labyrinthine deal. It's hard to get out of. So the article reports that the Abrams deal may get restructured to take into account how the economic environment is different now than when Abrams first signed with Warner Brothers back in 2019. So anyway, while the article didn't specifically mention Superman, recently recently saw it, whatever, reported that Tiny Zico's handed in a version of, yeah, that's the Action Comics thing. Which leaves the door open for Henry to return to Star Superman, which suggests the newly formed Warner Brothers Discovery merger and David Zaslav could be behind the changes, as Zaslav seems to be all about quality content, making money, and making fans happy. Because that's how you make the money. And it has been reported Zaslav believes that several top-shelf characters such as Superman have been left to languish and need to be revitalized. Yeah, that's true. So what are the changes? It has been reported that J.J. Abrams and Ta-Nehisi Coates, racist, Superman movie will be about a black Superman, even a period piece. It sounds like a replacement for the Christopher Reeve and Richard Donner version, where the trades even reported Abrams wouldn't be directing because he is not a POC. But recent talk surrounding the flick seems to offer there have been big changes. As again, it is said Coates' script could use Henry Cavill as Superman in the movie, where it should be noted Cavill has found massive success with his Netflix series The Witcher, and the actor is even speculated to be playing the new James Bond, which actually would be a good thing. I think he'd make a fantastic Bond. That Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie he was in, it bombed, but it's actually pretty good. And yeah, I think he's the go-to guy, in my opinion, to be Bond. If you can't get Superman, try that. So why get rid of such high-quality asset? It's also known, Mission Impossible director, Macquarie. Well, that's what I'm thinking. He pitched to WB a Superman Man of Steel 2, but they shot it down. Because of the Abrams deal. Yeah, so it's like, and what has he done? What has he done? Well, perhaps trying to save the project. That's why they said, hey, we're going to do this Action Comics movie thing, But I don't know if Zaslav is wanting to compete with the Marvel model, to have so many these projects to where this is like the Superman, like the Batman is in his noir world type thing all to his own. And then you would have this Superman movie where he's a depowered Superman. He can't fly. He doesn't have X-ray vision and all that stuff. He's just really strong and can leap very far and stuff like that. That splits it up further and further far afield, where all you have left of a shared universe is Aquaman and Wonder Woman. I think he would want to unite it back to where these superheroes live in the same world. And when you do things like this, although a depowered Superman probably would be cheaper to make, I'm guessing, and stuff like that. But apparently the Batman was pretty expensive to make, even though I think there's ways to do a cheaper Batman as a street level character and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I would hope that they part company with, but I guess they can't, depending on what was signed and whatnot. But to keep him having a veto over anyone else doing projects concerning these characters, that's a problem, because he doesn't seem to have any good ideas. And just letting them grow stagnant while he sits around, well, who can we rip off to say it's ours and stuff like that? And how do we mystery box Superman? What does he have to show for himself? It's been a while. Really, his last good film, I know I'm not exactly, not everybody sees it that way, but I still think the 2009 Star Trek film, just for what it was, it has a lot of stupid in it, but it's an okay film. What it led to is what's terrible, but that's it. I think that's his last good film. Since then, just garbage, really. And he constantly running to identity politics shields to cover up his lackluster projects. So, yeah, they do need to seriously reevaluate Bad Robot. And might want to relook at some of these other pitches you had for a Henry Cavill Superman movie, because this is just embarrassing that you sat on this and let it go. Because the clock's ticking. Henry Cavill's not getting any younger, so he will soon age out of the role, at least For yeah, Superman in his prime, unless they want to do Kingdom Come movies or something. But you need to get on this. This is stupid. So anyway, there you go. Some sparkle of hope for a Henry Cavill Superman project, I guess. Or at least another one. There's that Black Adam cameo thing. Might have that too. So, anyway, maybe you'll get Henry Cavill Superman.
Shh, 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 shh. Bad reboot.